Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is the Marvel Legends review and we'll be having a look at the series that started it all, Series 1. So we'll start here with The Incredible Hulk. So, just want to talk us through this one, Matt?
Yeah, one thing I'd like to point out about this is, you can see in the early series, this blister packaging style they used like kind of inferior plastics, and a lot of this packaging was damaged quite early on and discolour, which you can kind of see here a little bit. But as it goes, ironically, these were bought for me as a gift, and then I got a bit insane and bought lots of them, the figures. But yeah, it's a good figure. It's a good opener. I believe there is a few different versions of these actually. Ones with gold comics, ones without the gold comics, and then a Hulk with different hands as well.
Isn't there one with a
ripped shirt? Yeah, as well. So
it's got an interesting face on this one because he's like they've made him look really evil looking.
Yeah, well, if you can see here, he's got like the dark sort of around his eyes. So that's where he was out drinking. Bruce Banner was out drinking with his mates last night, and he's really tired today and in a bad mood, and then turned into the Hulk.
That is why he's angry.
That is why he's angry. Yeah.
So that's actually a mini poster, isn't it? It says custom mini poster rather than a comic.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
So this first series doesn't have a lot of actual characters, as you can see. There's only 4 on the actual back. As the series sort of went on,
but there were variants, weren't they, for for obviously the rip shirt Hulk, and then there's
there's 2 variants on Iron Man.
On Iron Man, Stealth Iron Man's probably one of the most expensive or rarest of all the figures in all of the series, I think. So I mean, he can go for quite a bit of money. So
yeah, it's the one you haven't, and one we haven't got.
And the one we haven't got, yeah. I just haven't been ready to lob a load of money at her.
Fair enough. Let's move on to the next figure. Steve Rogers, good old Cap, in his first Marvel Legends appearance.
This took me a long time to find actually, and when I finally did get one of these, I actually got 2 of them at the same time as presents for myself.
Yes,
actually, yeah. So,
only one of them though.
Only one of them, yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's quite a good little figure, I think. The face could be better, but you know, it's got quite a good little base or background there.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
like a very small tank.
Yeah. top of a tank or something, isn't it? So it's supposed to be.
Isn't to scale, which is a bit strange. But there you go.
Yeah. So other than that, it's quite good. You can see a better idea of what the base is there. It's like so it's supposed to be like the top of a tank or something.
So Toad. Now for Series 1, this was a really odd choice for a figure, I thought. Because they didn't really know how many series. I mean, I guess they were planning sort of at least more than 1 series, since it says series in 1. But to have such a kind of secondary, character as the only villain in the series was a very strange choice. But nevertheless, here we are with Toad.
Well, there's an interesting, the legend behind this figure was that it was designed for a completely different line of Marvel toys. I think it might have been something like, I don't know, maybe the X-Men movie line or something like that. But for some reason, they didn't release it on that line, and it went into the Marvel Legends figures. Also, I mean, it's interesting. You can see, if you have a look at like the style of the other characters as well. You can see this is hugely different in terms of like the detail on the paint, stuff like this. This is quite a sought after figure as well. On the face, everything like that is completely different in terms of quality to the other characters. However, still has a nice base and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's quite interesting. And I quite like that figure actually. I quite like his trousers. He kind of looks a bit like a court jester.
Yeah,
and he's busting
Just
his.
holding out a well, a toad, I guess.
Yeah, he's probably been licking it or something. So.
Getting those legal highs.
Yeah.
So this is the standard Iron Man, and obviously the kind of the first version of it. This is obviously probably more classic Iron Man, obviously figure base here.
Circular chest plate.
In a very yellow and, you know, looks a bit weird in yellow, doesn't it? When you kind of think about it.
Yeah. Well, the other interesting thing about it is as well, which suggests that it's part metal, part material, is that he's got like a six-pack, which is like a human six-pack rather than like an etched metallic six-pack, which is like, if you're Iron Man, why would you not wear your midriff battle armor? I'm going to wear some lycra on my midriff and have some indestructible metal alloy for the rest of my armor. And the same back as before. You see that figure there? It's quite on well, they all look quite a lot better than the actual releases, except for Toad, who's about on par. Gold Iron Man.
So yeah, so there's two variants of the Iron Man. Obviously, the one we've mentioned is the stealth armor Iron Man, which you know, is pretty decent looking, but unfortunately that isn't part of the collection currently, of this collection anyway. But Matt has got the gold Iron Man, which I think looks significantly better than the yellow one. And the actual faceplate is a bit different as well, because it's actually got the faceplate with kind of more of the
old
horn bits, I guess.
Oh,
that will sort of stick out that much.
And the mouth's more.
It's got some grilling on the mouth, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like the series, the first generation Iron Man armor. But then, you know, that's very much, this armor here is very much like the comic as well, isn't it? Which came a little bit later on. So
there you go. What is your favourite figure from season 1? Leave us a comment and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.